Acuvue Oasys 2-week contact lenses are the most sold contact lenses in the world. But at the same time, why are many eye doctors trying to switch their patients out of Oasys contacts into something else? Let's focus in. Acuvue Oasys is 20 years old. It was released in 2005 and still the most sold contact lens in the world. The full name is Acuvue Oasys with Hydraclear Plus, and it's made by Johnson & Johnson. And like I said, this is a 2-week contact lens. You wear it for 2 weeks and then replace it with a new one, also known as a biweekly contact lens, and one of pretty much the only 2-week contact lenses available. At least that's usually the one that everybody thinks of when you're talking about a 2-week contact lens. Now let's go over what actually makes the Oasys contacts stand out. What makes it actually perform so well? The Hydraclear that's in there is a moisturizer. It makes the contact lens more comfortable and really helps the performance of the contact lens. The main thing that makes Acuvue unique, especially the Oasys lenses, they have a very unique design, contact lens design, specifically the edge of their contact lenses. They are really, really thin. And the reason why this is nice, it limits any interaction the eyelid has to the contact lens. So when you're blinking and moving around, the eyelid doesn't feel the contact lens as much. So it makes the contact lens very comfortable to wear. And as a plus, if you are new to contact lenses, it's very easy to get used to the feeling of a contact lens on your eye. The contact lens itself actually has a little bit of a visitint, so a little bit of a tint to it, so it's easier to handle and see the contact lens. It's also FDA approved for extended wear, so you can actually sleep in this contact lens for up to a week. Now, usually doctors don't fully recommend sleeping in contact lenses, but this is one that is approved for that up to a week. And it's also FDA approved to be used as a bandaged contact lens. So if you are putting a contact lens to act like a shield, maybe you're trying to help a cornea heal or helping with dry eyes, or maybe someone has a scratch or an abrasion, you can actually use Acuvue Oasys contact lenses as a band-aid. You can actually put it on the cornea to try and help it heal better and actually feel better. And there are very few contact lenses that are FDA approved for that. Another pro, at least to the doctors, they actually make 2 different sizes or curvatures to their contact lenses. Whereas other brands, they just make kind of one size or one curvature, and it's kind of a one-size-fits-all type of scenario. Oasys lenses actually kind of make 2 different curves to it. So if you have someone with a really steep or curved cornea, one fit might work better. If you have someone that has a really flat cornea, then they have another different curvature for that. So it's kind of nice to have that option. And on top of that, they do have contacts for astigmatism. They have their toric contact lenses, and they have powers that go a little bit higher for astigmatism than other brands. They can go all the way up to negative 2.75. A lot of other contact lenses go up to negative 2.25. And they have a multifocal version as well. So if you are someone that needs kind of a distance and a near prescription in there, Acuvue Oasys has that available as well. In fact, the Oasys name has been so successful that Johnson & Johnson is actually capitalizing on this moment and actually expanding the brand name, expanding the Oasys name. Like I said, they have Oasys 2-week multifocal lenses. They have Acuvue 1-day Oasys lenses. So this is a daily lens, really nice. They have Acuvue 1-day Oasys Max, which is a really nice 1-day lens. And they have Acuvue Oasys 1-day Max multifocal contact lenses, which are really nice multifocal lenses. And yeah, so that Oasys name is really expanding. They have a large family all under the Oasys name. Oftentimes I'll get patients that come in, maybe they're new patients to me, and they're wearing contact lenses, but they don't really know the brand, but they love them and want to try and stay in them. You know, we'll throw out some names to them, and almost without fail, they'll recognize the Oasys name. If I say Oasys, they'll go, ooh, that might be it, or that could be it. And either they really are in that contact lens, or they're in another brand, but they've heard the Oasys name so much that, hey, that rings a bell. It could be the Oasys contact lens. Yeah, it's that well known. The cost on these lenses are usually very reasonable. They're actually definitely one of the more affordable contact lenses that you can get. You can pretty much get them anywhere, and a lot of times they have rebates with them as well. So why? Why in the world, if these contact lenses are so great, they're great for beginners, they perform really well, they're really comfortable, they have all these options and great branding and great family of contact lenses, why would an eye doctor want to switch their patient out of an Oasys contact lens? Usually the top reason for this is Acuvue Oasys 2-week contact lens is probably by far the most abused contact lens or the most overworn contact lens. I'm willing to bet that 90 times out of 100, when a patient comes in and they're wearing Oasys contact lenses, they are wearing that contact lens longer than 2 weeks, or they sincerely believe this contact lens is a 1-month contact lens. In fact, that happened to me twice today. A new patient came in wearing Oasys lenses. I mentioned, hey, they're 2-week lenses, how you doing? They were shocked. They didn't even know it was a 2-week lens. I thought this was a 1-month lens. I've been wearing it for 1 month. And then they kind of secretly whisper, actually, I've been wearing it for 2 months. Oh no. And then they get, really scared. What did I do? It's just a lot of patients don't know, or they forgot, or they just automatically assume it's a 1-month lens. And this is probably largely our fault as doctors, not educating the patient, hey, this is a 2-week lens. Make sure you replace it at the 2-week mark. But it also could be that 2-week number. 2 weeks is sometimes kind of a weird number to actually remember to take out and replace your contact lens with a fresh pair. In fact, this has actually been studied extensively, where 2 weeks is definitely tricky. 1 month is easy to remember because, hey, you start a new month. Even daily lenses, very easy to remember because you get a fresh pair every day. In fact, there are 1-week contact lenses where they found that replacing the contact lens at the 1-week mark is easier to remember than the 2-week mark because you start a new week every week. And so they actually have made, a different brand has made a 1-week contact lens called Precision 7 with the idea of maybe taking some of those Acuvue Oasys 2-week lens patients to be more reliable and compatible and make it better for the patient. And along those same lines, I would say a good portion of patients that come in with contact lens related issues, this could be corneal ulcers or corneal infiltrates or inflammation or red eyes or just overall dryness, are a lot of times wearing the Oasys contact lens. And it's not because this is a bad contact lens. This is a great contact lens. They are just overwearing this contact lens. They're either sleeping in it too long, or they're wearing it for 2 months or longer, and they just don't know. They just assume that they're doing it right. And for these reasons, a lot of doctors will say, hey, you know what, maybe we should switch you out of this 2-week lens, maybe into a 1-week lens, so where you can actually maybe remember to replace it and you'll know, hey, this is a 1-week lens. Or maybe you might be switching it to a daily contact lens to help with certain issues like dryness. They'll remember to place that contact lens every day. Or if someone is wearing that 2-week lens as a 1-month lens and they want to stick with that, then they can switch it to a 1-month lens. Even if it's in the Acuvue family, Acuvue makes a 1-month contact lens called Acuvue Vita. And so, yeah, that's usually the top reason why a lot of eye doctors will say, you know what, this 2-week lens not working out, let's switch you out. Now, don't get me wrong, like I said, this is still an excellent lens. Still #1 sold contact lens in the world. So let me know in the comments, have you worn Acuvue Oasys? Did you wear it longer than you should have and didn't know? Have you worn it in the past? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. And don't be surprised next time if your eye doctor suggests wearing something else. Stay focused.